And we're live on Facebook Live on Saturday night, right here at the studios of KMZQ. You can see I've got a great lineup of guests. Lynn Gerlach Wright, and formerly with Catch a Rising Star and so many other things. EStefano DiSanto, EStefano the Entertainer, right there playing with his phone. Hey, EStefano. The Donna Vino, Stevie. Dunham. Hey, Stevie. The master illustrator and the genius at Portnoy Gallery. There he is, Neil Portnoy. Hello, Neil. And movie maker and inventor, executive producer, and I'll save the other one for the air. Mr. Tom Hillary behind the board, Mark Thomas. And I'm Ron Garrett. Stand by. We're going live on KMZQ in 51 seconds. Hang in there. Everybody ready? Ready. Thank everybody for tuning in.
Speak with one of our experts. We'll send you a free gold kit along with my latest #1 national best-selling book, The Great Devaluation. Call 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000. Get the best information, best process, best service, all Advantage Gold. 800-900-8000.
This is nothing new. We do this back and forth.
Yeah, one final test.
It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. Wait till we're on the air. I'm going to post this job.
Nothing.
Here we go. We're up. Here we go.
Las Vegas rocks.
Tony.
All around the clock. Las Vegas rocks. Versus town never stops. Las Vegas rocks.
6.
All around the clock. Versus town never stops. Las Vegas rocks.
It's the Las Vegas Rocks Radio Show, the show before the show. Join us for a fast-paced hour of celebrity interviews and entertainment news. And now, here's Ron.
Las Vegas rocks.
And welcome to everybody to the Las Vegas Rocks Radio Show. I'm your host, Ron Garrett, right here at KMZQ 670 AM in beautiful Las Vegas. Yeah, we love it. Join me and the resident genius, the illustrator to the stars, co-host Neil Portnoy. Hello, Neil.
Hello, Ron. Hey, my microphone's working, and it's our last show before Christmas.
That's right. We're going to play some Christmas music tonight.
And Hanukkah music, too.
You know, but I mess with your microphone so it doesn't work because I don't want to hear from it too much.
Most people don't.
Yeah, so I come in early to make sure it doesn't work, Neil. Just I hope you don't mind.
No, we have Mark in the studio who makes sure it does work.
Okay. And Neil is sitting right next to our good executive producer, our good buddy Tom Hillary. He's a Fortune 500 honoree, movie maker, and inventor, and he's got a new invention out. You're working on that, right? A new way to do a smoke alarm.
Well, yeah. The idea is that why should you climb a ladder to change the batteries in a smoke alarm when you should be able to reach out in your wall and change the batteries?
You make movies and smoke alarms. That's a hell of an occupation.
Well, if the movies aren't working, I do the smoke alarm.
That's
smoke
great.
alarm's not selling, do the movies.
That's the way you go.
Hey, how can I get to be a genius one day? I like that title you give this guy.
Learn how to draw.
Draw? Okay, that's what it takes.
Well, actually, you don't learn it. It's in your. It's natural.
Ryan, you forgot about his cell phone then.
He's already starting the show. I got to get moving here.
We'll get the cell phone soon.
Okay, that's it for Tom. We'll see him tomorrow.
Well, wait a minute. He works on fire alarm detectors, and he makes hot movies. So there's got to be a correlation between the two.
They're kind of lukewarm movies, don't you think? They're kind of lukewarm.
Lukewarm, and
I guess.
I don't care about his movies. I just want to go see what his garage
You
looks
mind
like.
if I get the rest of the show started here, good guys? It's a good relaxed show this week, that's for sure. So let's get to our star guest for tonight. She's sitting right over here. This beautiful lady is the former president and COO of managing partner of Catch a Rising Star comedy clubs and production shows. She's also the former, this is a good one, entertainment manager at MGM Resorts. That was recent, though. You had that for a long time.
Yeah, over at the Bronx.
So they all want to know why you didn't book them.
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's the first thing they started asking me, why didn't you book us?
Where were you?
I know.
Come on.
Sitting next to Lynn is singer, songwriter, recording artist with a new CD out on Stevie Dunham's label, Street Corner Entertainment and Records. That's Mr. EStefano DiSanto.
Hi, Ron.
EStefano. He hasn't got a microphone, so we have to
swing it
share.
over there.
No, we'll share mine. We'll share mine. We'll stay with yours. Yeah,
okay.
we'll share mine because I got nothing to say. Once I give him the microphone, I can shut up for 20 minutes.
20 minutes is gone.
What are you talking about? You got to go through all your things. Okay?
Yeah, what do you got to say about all that?
Hello, Ron.
That's right.
There we go.
That's right. Did I get everybody in?
Yeah, I think so.
And of course, behind the board, our longtime studio producer, Mr. Mark Thomas. You can hear his show right here on this radio station Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 a.m. It's called The Club. And if you don't listen, they will hit you over the head with it. With the club. So that's coming up. On the phone at about 5:25 is the friends of ours, Joe and Heidi Marino at Vegas Mob Weddings. So before we start the conversation, here are our disclaimers and our shout-outs. First up, disclaimer. All the music you're about to hear on this show is fully licensed. This is a radio station, and it's covered with all the necessary permits and licensing from BMI, ASCAP, CSAC. And is there any others? They got all these names. Not Hulu or Tubi or anything like that?
No.
Okay, that's all new
You're
stuff.
good.
They don't know what that is. Most people don't, That's all that streaming services and all that. You got a microphone there, bud?
Nope.
Yep.
There it is.
I hear it.
We're back.
Well, stop touching it. Maybe it'll stay on.
Well, I didn't touch it. I didn't do it.
So that's our disclaimer, and here's our shout-outs. First up, I want to say hello to my honey, Tammy. Hello, sweetheart. I love you. She's listening and watching tonight. And also her good friend, Melanie Knutson from
Texas.
Dallas. Yes. Yeah. Tammy went down there, had a great time. And Melanie's listening tonight. Hey, guys.
She's going back.
I hope she's thinking about it. Sure, she is. Yeah, she wants to. They had a great time in there, long-time friends. Melanie Knutson and Tammy having a good time tonight. And also, let's move on. Last week's guests. Lonnie Counts. Thank you, Lonnie, for being here last week. Vincent John, or Vinay, or Vinny Jr., or
VA, or
VJ,
all those things.
whatever name you want to call him. Vin was here. He did a great job in some of the biggest ratings we've ever had. He also brought along a drummer, Alex Papa. Hey, Alex, that was nice, and he did a great job. Italian singing star was here as well, Nelia Ross, and we're going to bring her back.
Yep.
She's coming back to town in the winter, in January
Well,
or February.
she's flying in from Rome. That's where she lives.
Where she lives. She went to your gallery
She went
today.
to the gallery. We had a nice visit from her and her significant others.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's an excellent singer. She was on the show last week, and we're going to bring her back when she comes back to town. Hello to Sam Novak, the best writer in town, Vegas 411. Don't forget to check out his column each and every week, and he does a lot of exposés over there that we know of.
Who?
Sam Novak.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
That guy, yeah.
Yeah, we love him. He's good for him.
He's Catman.
He's Catman. He loves cats, and, Tammy always clicks on the cat pictures that he puts out there. But he loves
I
cats.
appreciate that because I'm a cat lover, too, and, he does a great job with that stuff.
I love cats, too.
I don't like cats.
Not.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know. Cats are. I like cats, too. I had a cat once for 18 years.
Oh, good.
And,
Yeah, I did.
and the cat took 10 years to say hello to me. It was 10 years before it came out from under the
Well,
bed.
that's what they do.
You know the difference between a dog and a cat?
What's the difference?
Well, you call a dog, he comes. You call a cat, cat looks at you, says, listen, I'll take a message, I'll get back to you in a couple of weeks.
It goes to
pretty much,
it goes to
that's pretty much
voicemail.
it.
It goes to voicemail when you call the cat. That's what
Unless
happens.
they're hungry.
Let's keep going here. Paul and Bob, my next door neighbors, thank you so much for putting back my garbage cans every morning on Saturday. Appreciate it. And they're great guys, and they live in this nice yellow house right next to mine and Tammy's. So, hello, guys. They're listening tonight, Bob and Paul. Barbara Brighton. You want to say hello to Barbara Brighton?
Hi, Barbara. Hope you're feeling better. I heard you're having a little difficulty getting around and walking around, but hopefully the cold weather will... Never mind.
Where are you going with that? You sound like Tom.
No, I was going to say stiffen things, but never mind. No, we won't.
Hello to Jerry Walker up in Reno, my buddy up there, casino
Insurance
manager,
man.
insurance man now, and the Marty party. Marty's party taking off, and he's watches every single weekend at his
The
condo.
indoor Marty party.
Yeah, well, he'll be back on the boat in the summer on Lake Tahoe.
Yep.
You lived in Reno for a
Yes,
while, right?
12
Lynn?
years.
That's right. You lived there. So did I. And I was there 9 years.
Yeah.
From 1981 to
Beautiful place.
1990.
Yeah, I found it on a map.
You did?
Yeah.
Marty Carmo. I'm going to tell you something about Marty in a little bit, about a new singing star that he's discovered. I'm going to tell you all about that. Cliff Lawrence, our comedy writer, used any Cliff jokes tonight?
I do, but I can't say any of them on the radio. But
Come on, Cliff, clean it up.
They're great jokes.
And my Florida cousins.
Oh, boy, here we go. Richie V.
That's it. That's all you know,
That's all I
right?
remember.
Richie V, Diane, Michelle, Susie.
And on the East Coast?
And Frank.
And Frank.
And that's on the west coast of Florida, Alabama, and Long Island. And on the East Coast, my other two cousins.
Yeah, the law firm.
My mother's side, the cousins on my mother's side, the Rizzanos. You know, those are the Geratanos on the west coast, the Rizzanos on the east coast. Bud Caputo and Lou Gazzara.
Nice.
Yeah, Lou Rizzano, my cousin. I haven't seen in 40 years. And I'm hoping to see him before we all die. Hello to Gene Ferrari, looking for another gig back in Vegas. Hey, Gene. Janet Conway, his promotion manager. Janet always listens. The Go Live Vegas app. I guess you can't listen to it tonight. It's not on right now.
Well, he'll fix it.
He'll fix it, yeah. Aaron and Raquel Eligas over there at Go Live Vegas. Live music venues in town. We love all the Italian restaurants. They got all the singers in them. Stevie, who's appearing where?
I don't know.
Just say Rita Lim. You'll be
You'll be correct, yeah.
You'll be 50% correct half the time.
Everywhere. Tuscany. That's where she's at.
Yeah, she's everywhere. Yeah. But the live music venues are keeping it alive, and we have a new one opening up. What's the name of it, Estefano?
Coops Cabaret and Commercial Center on West Side.
When's that opening? When's it opening?
Scheduled to open January 3rd with Michelle Johnson, beautiful entertainer and vocalist that has performed with Barbara Streisand.
Everyone.
She's great.
Paul McCartney, Streisand, everyone.
Yeah, she is very fabulous. She's been on the show. She's fabulous. Those of you who are listening to the radio and don't see us, I'm sharing a mic with Estefano right now. So I hope people don't mind.
No.
It's okay. Let me finish my my shout-outs. PJ Gianmaria, he's traveling the country in his RV. Last time I talked to him, he was in Nebraska. Now, the reason why I do these shout-outs, these people tell me they're going to watch and listen, so I want to recognize everybody. Unfortunately, Brian Nofel isn't here tonight, our official photographer. He's got a job.
He's got a job. He's working at MGM.
He wasn't making any money in this place. That's what he's got a job. Congratulations to Brian. And he's working with David Copperfield over at the MGM.
David's going to make him disappear.
Tommy and Janie Ronca down in Maricopa, Arizona. How you guys doing? Also, we want to say hello to Frank Pizarro.
Oh, yes. I talked to Frank.
You got any words for Frank, Stevie?
Yeah, where's my $35?
And, of course, Frankie Citro.
Yes, another one. Where's my $40?
Your Uncle Frank.
Yeah,
There's your $40. These guys owe you money.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I'll never see it.
You got a baseball bat in your car?
Yes, I do, actually.
That's the Italian weapon of choice, you know. Yeah.
My wife thinks that this skinny little toy bat's going to do damage. I'm like, maybe it will burn a little bit when you get hit with it, but it's going to break in the first impact. It is going to do no
You know, Italian guys drive Hummers, but instead of Escalades,
right.
And instead of the rack of guns, it's a rack of baseball bats.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it does better. It's we get physical. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you know.
It's a workout.
It's clean. You go home and wash the bat.
Really is.
Also, let me do my promos. The Bronx Wanderers will be appearing 3 times a week starting in February through the month of April. Three times a month. Thank you. 3 times a month at the South Point. Don't miss it. The dates are published. I don't have them in front of me right now.
You just gave Vinny a heart attack. 3 times a week. Oh
no, he wishes. I think they'd like to do 3 times a week.
Well, he was
not
looking
7.
He was looking forward for a break or a vacation.
He was.
For about 10 seconds.
Then we're taking a holiday break for 2 weeks, and we'll be back for the beginning of year 4. How about that? Year 4, Tom, of the Las Vegas Rocks Radio Show. What do we got? 150 shows in the can already, something like that?
Yeah,
over 325 guests over those years, and we've gone from 30 people to 30,000. That's a pretty good thing.
It's the most watched. Listen, go ahead, finish it.
The most watched live entertainment radio show in Las Vegas.
Perfect.
And you got to have to say it right, otherwise we can get called out on it. I'm getting the move along sign here from Mark. I'll be 1 minute. I'm not done. I got to get the rest of these promos out. The Menopause the Musical in its 16th year at the Harrah's, and you can see it 8 times a week, actually. 7 days a week plus 2, 9 times a week. 7 days a week plus 2 matinees on Saturday and Tuesdays. Don't miss that. Reckless in Vegas at the Sahara on Thursdays and Friday nights at 8:30. And Mr. Michael Shapiro What a great show. He's still there. He's hanging in there.
Yep.
He's taking a break, and he's going to be back in January.
I'm going to see him on the 22nd.
You know, when I ran the Sahara and a couple other hotels, we closed down showrooms. Lynn, do you remember they closed showrooms in the summertime here in Las Vegas?
Then and December.
In December.
Yeah.
Not when your shows were there. They closed that for another reason. I'm only kidding. I want to be nice, Rob.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Hello to Trish at Coast to Coast Entertainment. Trish is doing a great job. I was with her at the show at the IAC. Neil was there for the show I did with the Coaster Drifters and Platters. And also Trish wants me to remind everybody that the new Derek David show, A Night to Remember, coming to the Italian American Club on Thursday, February the 9th, with Derek David's tribute to the Platters, the tribute to the Supremes, a tribute to Chuck Berry, and our friend Mark Maynard with a trip. He's taking a trip.
He's taking a trip with Frankie Valli.
With Frankie Valli. And that's coming up again on Thursday the 9th. Tickets are $75, coming up $10. I guess they brought out another dish of spaghetti.
Yeah.
Gone up $10 on. And the show time is at 8 o'clock, and the dinner starts at 6:30. So don't forget that. Trish does a great job. And there's more shows that I'll be announcing as we go forward. And one more. So I said about my friend Marty.
Yeah.
Marty in Reno, Marty Carmel. He's got a great eye for talent. He travels all over the city looking for great entertainment. So he came across this entertainer. Her name is C.C. Gable. C.C. Gable. So we're going to be talking to her, Neil.
Today or?
No, not today. No. C.C.'s going to call in on the January 14th.
Okay.
And tell us all about what's happening in her life. And she's an up-and-comer, and she's a real good singer. He sent me some music.
Great.
And so we're going to have a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to the interview with C.C. Gable on the 14th. Thank you, C.C., for listening, and thanks, Marty, for turning us on to that. So right now, I think I'm ready to go, right? Let's listen to EStefano sing one of his new songs. I think it's on your album.
Yeah.
This is called
Lost 45 CD.
Calendar Girl.
Sweet calendar girl, I love my calendar girl, each and every day of the year. January, you start the year off fine. February, you're my little Valentine. I'm gonna march you down the aisle. You're the Easter bunny when you smile. Yeah, my heart's in a whirl. I love my little calendar girl every day.
Somebody's got a phone on.
Of the year.
This feedback, it ain't me.
Maybe if I ask your dad and mom, he'll let me take you to the junior prom. Like a firecracker on the globe. You're on the beach, you steal the show. Yeah.
I think that came from my side.
I didn't hear it.
Okay, I did. I heard it. I might be a little bit too loud. Okay, we're going to start doing the interview now when we come back. I'm going to start doing the interview now when we come back.
We are still live on Facebook.
Yes, we are.
We're live on Facebook.
We're live on Facebook. I'm not going to kiss Neil.
Now, is Neil relieved or disappointed?
No, you get Ronald.
You got to drop in really good.
Yep, I got drop right here.
It's a crap.
It's called eternal love.
Eternal love. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, exactly right. Oh my God. Tom, you're a smart ass. Thank you very much. I'm glad to know that. He calls me up and first thing he's got in my mouth, he's laughing until he cracks
That's 702-751-0086 or online at doctorsofhair.com. Doctors of Hair.
Just for you, Neil.
I meant to buy a cord. I was going to buy a cord and I forgot to go there. Because that drives me nuts. It's a shorter neck cord.
Hey, listen up.
Mr. Big Hair is inviting you to our good
Mine
credit
is?
sales event.
Yeah,
That's why it goes in and out.
No, it's something in the board.
Rates are over
Yeah.
6. Forget about it. Come see me at Sahara Chrysler Dodge Ram for 0% while it lasts. And for challenge credit, forget about it. I got promos for that too. Call me 833-995-4908. Again, that's 833-995-4908. And don't forget to stop by 50
We'll wake you up a little bit over this.
Mr. Big Baby.
I'm okay. My mother's online.
15 seconds.
My dad.
Give her my best.
And we're back on the Las Vegas Rocks Radio Show. I'm your host, Ron Garrett, right here on 670 AM KMZQ. Our special guest tonight is Lynn Gerlach. Right, let's chat with Lynn, everybody. Everybody can join in on the conversation. But before we do, let me give them a little background on you. Okay?
Here we go.
First up, from Newark, New Jersey. Anybody from New Jersey? You from?
I'm from Brooklyn. Brooklyn, New York.
You don't like anybody from Jersey, right?
It's the armpit of the East Coast.
When I was in New York, we didn't like people from Jersey.
Now, Lynn will appreciate this because people in Jersey, and this joke, they glow in the dark at night because of all the nuclear waste.
That's right, where Jimmy Hoffa's buried, right over there
Well, that's what they say.
in the
that's never been
55-gallon drum.
Right.
So from Newark, New Jersey, you went to Edison State College. You went to UNR. You went to the University of Nevada, Reno. Cypress Lake High School. I get everything out.
God, where'd you get all this stuff?
I found it.
FBI agent by trade.
I went on the online, and there it is.
There it is.
No, entertainment manager at the MGM Resorts for years. You were there a long time. Let me add COO and boss of Catch a Rising Star, the great comedy clubs in town. First Service Residential, which is another one of yours. Now, is that a real estate company, or is that?
It is an HOA company.
HOA.
They hired me to bring in shows.
Lifestyle, entertainment, communications, social, and fitness director.
Absolutely.
Did you have people doing sit-ups and jumping jacks?
55 plus.
Wow.
And then also the show I know you produced was Cherry Boom Boom.
Yes.
So maybe this will remind you of it. This is the Cherry Boom Boom sizzle reel. Now, those of you on Facebook Live, you can see the video on the computer.
It was a very hot, sexy show.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. I had done a lot of work with Sony Music. Chris Apostle, who's an executive at Sony, has pulled me into multiple jobs. So he introduced me to the gals in LA that started Cherry Boom Boom on a very low-level cabaret basis. And they wanted to come to Vegas. I said, okay, I can help. So I secured the venue and reached out and got $2 million to open the show.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately.
Fall off the back of a truck? Where'd you find the money?
Doctors. Go to doctors.
Go to doctors,
Florida.
huh? You're going to get EStefano's producing shows now and booking. Listen to what she's got to say.
They all want to be part of show business. They just do. And for me to secure $2 million was not that difficult, actually.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, but...
And then a week later it was gone?
Well, the Tropicana was a nightmare. I mean...
And we can talk about it because the people then aren't there now, so we can just
Eric Poole
beat the hell out of them if we want to.
But I actually created all the sizzle reels and promos and everything for the property in June. We opened in September.
2015.
Yeah.
16.
No, 15.
15, okay.
And we go in, we open the show, and they're still promoting Rock Vault.
And the show's not there.
And the show's not there.
That's a big problem with hotels.
It was a huge problem. And I've done multiple four walls with Catch a Rising Star. I had 10 clubs around the country. And I had never seen anything like it. And finally, I just had to say, I'm done. I'm pulling out.
And that was it. Didn't last long after that.
8 weeks.
I read the reviews. I saw the show. I was at the opening night. You invited me. Yeah.
Yes.
You invited me to the opening. I think I came with Tony Sackett.
Yeah.
And we saw the show. I thought it was good. Good show. It was very risque. It's very sexy. So naturally, I liked it.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and most people. But we were
And
surprised.
We had everyone
when it
there,
closed.
Carmen Electra, to you name it, as far as celebrities showing up. People that I've known for years, like Ken Commissar from Sony, the top A&R person, all these folks. And it was just a nightmare. I had to pull it. My IATSE fees a week were...
Now, is that show still going on? Because they do have a website.
Yeah, no.
But there's nothing on it. Well, there's a lot on it, but it doesn't say where they're going to be and where they're going.
No, it's pretty much dead.
So you don't want nothing to do with
Just
that
like the show, nothing on it.
That's right. It was topless. Yes, it was.
It was topless.
It was topless.
And we brought in some of the best dancers out of LA that we could find.
Oh, the show was well choreographed.
Yes.
That was great.
So, so like I say, you know, there comes a time when you just have to go, this is a loser, and you close it down.
But you left before it closed.
No, I left with the close.
With the close.
Yeah.
And then what'd you do right after that?
Right after that, I contacted First Service because I had worked for them before as a lifestyle director that produces shows for them, and I did that again, and I did that for 2 years, and then decided to leave, and contacted someone at MGM if they need.
What was the exact title you had at MGM?
Entertainment manager.
Of the whole corporation?
No, of Mirage.
Oh, the Mirage. Okay.
Mirage, yeah.
So that was the whole thing, you know.
But 2 showrooms, the headliner room and Love. And I had 150 employees, so I was busy.
Yeah, Terry Fader there, right?
Terry Fader was there right before the pandemic, and then no more. And then
Matt Goss too, right?
Matt Goss.
Matt was there.
Matt was there. He got exited as well.
Yep.
Yeah, so it was Chin Lim and Aces of Comedy in the headliner room and Love in the other room.
So now you have another company, which is called Encore Global Productions. Hang on to what that is, because right now on the phone, we're going to check in with our maid friends.
Our resident maid.
Our resident mob people. They're on the phone right now, direct from the Ravenite. I don't think so. No. Let's get on the phone right now. Talk to us is Heidi and Joe Marino from Vegas Mob Weddings. Glad to have you guys back on. Tell us a little bit about what's going on over there.
Hi, Ron.
Hi, Joe.
How's everybody doing?
Excellent.
We're doing.
We're waiting to hear what you got.
Well, let me say something before I forget. I just want to say, Bo Natale, to all my pythons there.
There you go.
Very nice. Thank you.
All right.
The room is full of Italians. Everybody except Neil and Tom.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell he meant.
Okay.
Happy Hanukkah, Neil.
Oh, okay, good.
That's what he's trying to tell you.
Go ahead, Joe.
Anyway, we're so happy to be on the Las Vegas Rocks Radio Show to once again tell you what Vegas Mob Weddings is all about. First up, it's a mob-themed ceremony with authentic attire and gear that brings you back to when the mob ran Vegas. The good old days, if you will. So, let me tell you about our premier wedding package. It's called the consigliere ceremony. With this package, you get all the goods.
Hold up. I want to interrupt this broadcast with a very important announcement.
Say it. Get closer to the phone.
Our premier package is great, but I want all of those couples out there to know you will receive our $1 million service with every package we offer. Our chapel ceremony packages all include fresh flowers, 30 digital photos, and video. We want the best for all of our couples, and that means professional photographers. Not someone who was bagging groceries at the Piggly Wiggly yesterday, and today they're your wedding photographer.
Don't talk about Brian that way. Just kidding, Brian.
Of course, the photographer takes well over 30 photos. During the ceremony, we post photos after, and photos with our vintage 1939 Ford Deluxe. You will have the opportunity for more photos if you choose.
Do you provide wives, or do we have to bring our own?
It all depends.
Don't bring the girlfriend, just the wife.
Okay.
It's your day, and we want all of our couples to have an amazing, one-of-a-kind experience with our own unique ceremony. Our packages include everything any couple wants for their wedding or renewal ceremony or even commitment. And there are never any surprise fees or add-ons later.
And how do people get a hold of you? Yeah, tell us how to get a hold of you.
Sure. Call us at 702-813-1894 or go to our website at vegasmobweddings.com, and you can even email us at reservations@vegasmobweddings. Thank you so much for having us, Ron and Neil, and we look forward to another visit on the Las Vegas Rocks Radio Show.
Thank you, Heidi. Bon Natale to you guys. We're going to be off for a couple of weeks. We'll see you back on January the 7th. I hope you marry a lot of people between then and now.
Baruch atah Adonai. That's the same as what you said in a different language.
That's right. It's Arabic, whatever he's talking about over there. Thank you so much for being on the phone. We're going to go to break right now with Stevie Dunham singing You Waited Too Long. A little doo-wop from you, Stevie. We'll be back with Lynn Gerlach-Wright and EStefano DiSanto, the entertainer, and everybody else in the room. And we're going to hear all about EStefano's new release when we get back.
So you independent
Okay. Let's get, I want to go EStefano, so get the... Did we do Gallery? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you belong to me.
One of my best ones. It's one of my best songs.
Let's get that.
Very, sometimes you have to do that and give it an envelope.
I'm doubling up the breaks right now so we have more time when we come back.
Yes,
You running?
it hasn't really changed. One of the
You're not on, babe. Oh, yeah, you are. Neil, we got 14 viewers. You guys, we're still on the air, guys. Who's that?
That's a high school classmate. Tell me she isn't like her sister.
You're in the radio show.
I know.
Keep our heads into the show.
Oh, yeah, we'll do this week.
Okay, well, give me a date time, yes,
You're all done with this.
And bring up the other ones.
I got Stefano ready to roll.
Yeah, okay. Who's next?
That's a drop, not a break. That's a drop, or is that what you want to go into break 3 with?
No, just go to break 3 direct.
Oh, that's right.
No, nothing in between.
Yeah.
It's seamless.
Yeah, okay.
When we come back from break 3, I'll come back with Steph.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep, and then you just want to skip Merry Christmas, darling, go to...
No, I'm going to play that too.
Okay.
That's
Do that
going
into
to come
break
up
4?
next, right after. Yes.
Okay.
Stick with Merry Christmas, darling, and the Birdie song. I love the Christmas music.
That's it.
I got a lot to do.
Hey, I'm learning.
What do we got? Oh, we're on another break.
Yeah, I used to sometimes manage
2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes.
to Germany and bring them to Ken Commissary.
Christmas, darling, going into 4th.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Everybody watching Facebook Live, thank you for sticking with us right now. We're in the middle of breaking and so on. We'll be back in about 2 minutes.
And
15, Neil, 15.
That's good.
Hey, everybody, all 15 viewers. I'm going to see who's watching. Let me take a look. I'll do shout out.
Oh, Patrick. Hi, Patrick.
We got Patrick, of course. Well, that's it. Not much more.
exactly. Yeah. I don't think back when I would have seen Justin
Cheer up,
Bieber
Stefano. You look sad.
No, I'm good.
On camera, you good.
I've been smiling.
Okay, we got 40 seconds.
Minute 40.
140. Okay, we're going to come back. I'm going to come back to you, Lynn, for... I'm going to come back to you for a little bit, and then I'm going to go to Steph.
Okay.
And then we're going to give Steph some time. At that point, you can move the mic. You can give me the mic. When I'm done, you can give it to me.
Okay.
When we're done. We're having fun.
Oh, yes, we are having fun. Yeah, he's like over here laughing about whatever is in his mind.
30 seconds. 60. 1 minute. 1 minute.
No, I'm usually pretty tired. I'm usually pretty tired. I work 2 hours. That's what it takes.
Time goes fast.
Time goes fast.
When you're actually working the show.
Analog technology versus digital.
I'm going to go, so I got to say that. I'm going to go see you.
I mean, it makes a lot of difference. The workload's still the
You
same.
got to put the work in. Yeah.
by not escalating. Don't attack or try to disarm an officer, whether it's getting asked a question, getting a citation, or getting arrested. Don't argue, don't resist, don't flee. After the encounter has been resolved, it's time to address any complaints.
10 seconds.
Comply now and complain later. Keep everybody safe. This message brought to you by the National Police Association. To learn more about how to help law enforcement accomplish its goals, visit nationalpolice.org.
And we're back on the Las Vegas Rocks Radio Show. I'm your host, Ron Garrett, right here on AM 670 KMZQ, chatting with EStefano DiSanto, Lynn Gerlach-Wright, Stevie, Dunham, Neil Portnoy, and Tom Hillary. All on camera right now. How about that?
Excellent.
We go back to Lynn for just a minute. What's your new company? What is your new company?
I'm working for Encore Global
Encore
Productions.
Global Productions, yeah.
We are in 21 countries, 42 states. The Venetian Palazzo property that I work at in production operations is the highest grossing in the world. Evidently, this company is the biggest in the world. And it started with Larry Lee. I don't know if you recall him from Bally's.
From Bally's, yeah.
He started the company. Fremont bought the company, and now then PSAV bought the company. So it was a collaboration of all of that.
When you go to work, would you drive to the Venetian?
Yes, Venetian
That's where you work?
Plaza. Yep.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So it's very intense over there. The amount of volume we do in shows. I don't deal with Expo, which is like the booths and things like that. I deal more with the carpet, they call it, which are the general assemblies and shows and that sort of thing.
Wow, that's a good gig.
How much of a staff do you have over there?
Right now we have about 75, and they're hiring 30 more.
Wow,
that's great.
On
busy.
that one property.
So who runs the hotel now since Mr. Adelson has passed?
You know, I don't know.
Yeah?
Because I don't work for them.
Oh, so but the company is located inside the property.
Yes, they are on almost every property on the strip.
These guys all want to give them gigs, you know.
Yeah, they're on every company.
They're everywhere.
Normally, the kind of talent that comes in is everyone from Steve Miller Band to Imagine Dragons to you name it.
Wow.
For the corporations.
That's fantastic, and I'm glad you're here. We're going to get back to you in just a little bit. Stevie, you've been chatting away with us here for a while.
Yeah.
Introduce what Mr. EStefano DiSanto, what we're going to...
All right, very good. Stefano is the most played, newest oldies artist in our genre currently. And we're very proud of him. He's scoring pretty well on several different networks. And
what are some of the stations that he's on?
Sirius XM Radio and the Cool Bobby B show on Channel 72 is one. Remembered in Radio is another one, and we got Crown Sounds Radio coming up and a couple of other networks. So we're looking forward to getting the spread of airplay for his stuff and all over the map.
Stevie, I got a question for you. The industry, the music industry today is not what the music industry used to be. You can jump in on this, but the money you're making now is when people go on Spotify and they go on this, and you make 12 cents every time somebody downloads it.
It's a lot of nickels, it really is, and it's just a lot of coverage with publicity. And if I may, I'd like to send a shout out to my friend Al Simone and beautiful Cone. They're listening to the show right now. Now, you heard the song that Stefano recorded, and
we're
you know
play
what?
Here in just a bit.
Hey, listen.
Well, let's talk to Stefano. You guys are killing his time here right now. He's looking at me.
Well,
that was my
10 cents.
What's going on?
A lot, Ron.
Tell us what's happening. You're on camera right now, baby. You're looking good. Handsome man.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You got any news for us?
I do. I'm happy to say, under the direction of Steve Dunham at Street Corner Entertainment Records, I am honored that I never thought I'd ever hear that I'm the most played newest artist in oldies radio, thanks to Bob Beckham at the Cool Bobby B show. And of course, Ron, I'll say it again, it started with you at the Las Vegas Rocks Radio Show 1 year ago this month, and I appreciate you. And there's so much going on. I have my own radio station on Django Radio. You can hear EStefano DiSanto on Django. I'm also on Spotify, and I found out this afternoon that Amazon is now playing my entire album of the Lost 45s. It is available. It is available for purchase. on 150 different platforms. And in 3 days, Django Radio has had over 100 brand new audience members sign on to my radio station in 3 days' time. And I think
How
it's
many
coming for just over 100.
100 people.
I have a question. How do you generate revenue?
The more
Talk
people,
a little bit about that. The more people, go ahead, Stevie.
Yeah, the more people that subscribe to these formats generate listenership, and they download through live stream or download the physical whole song, depending on what it is. A live stream is one rate, and then a download is another rate, depending. So it fluctuates. It's a sliding scale. And so the more people you have, the better it is, and the more money you will make.
Let me ask you a follow-up question to that. Years ago, of course, if you went into studio with a disc jockey, you could promote.
Yeah, as long as you paid them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
I got plenty of that when I was a DJ back in the day.
How does it work today now where you've got a new artist on the label being played on a number of different platforms? Can you piggyback with that person appearing on the show themselves?
In some cases, yes. There's still some traditional ways to do this. Social media for instant publicity is probably one of the best formats.
Let's talk to Stefano. Yeah,
sure. I'm loving this conversation.
You know, these guys are taking over your time.
I'll tell you one thing. I always watch my money. I always watch my money, but it's very good that Stephen knows where the avenue goes. And Neil, it's a great question because there's a product called RadioAirplay.com. And I had to go through a distribution company called DistroKit. I had to pay a minimum of $144 per song to the rights per year to each song that's on the CD. So you asked about the dollar amount. Just example, $1.99 per song that you can download individually and purchase, or you can pay the $28 outright, or you can pay a lesser fee for the whole album. That money is actually coordinated and distributed through the licensing. So one song, Calendar Girl, can only generate, say, $1.69 per song instead of the $1.99. That's how that works. So what I love for everybody to do, first of all, thank you to all the listeners that are going out there to look for my album. But if you're going to purchase anything or stream it, just remember, every little bit helps, and I promise that when I'm in the showrooms, you're going to hear a product that you've never heard before, the Lost 45 CD.
Okay, so those of you with math degrees, you probably understood everything that was just said.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but we want to play a little more music, so what I've got is your song. It's ready to go right now. Let's listen to EStefano DiSanto, You Belong to Me, on Street Corner Records.
We only have one break left. You want to go early? Okay.
Watch the sunrise on a tropic isle. Just remember, darling, all the while you belong to me. See the marketplace in old Algiers. Send me photographs and souvenirs. But remember, when a dream appears, you belong to me.
That really sounds good, Stevie. Yeah, that's amazing. And that's what would you say was the most listened to, played?
Most new artists listen to.
Yes.
Most new artists listen to, yeah. Okay.
Where did you record that?
I actually recorded that at East Coast Records in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, at Edward Kim Dennis's studio. It was really a great opportunity. So the album was actually recorded analog, where most people don't do that anymore. So I did it the 50s, 60s traditional style. I have the analog copy, and then Stevie took it and had it remastered by the people that also remastered Time Life magazine's
It's well
music.
done. It's very well
Okay,
done.
guys. Well, we can be running around talking about all this technical stuff forever. Tell me where you're playing next, and people can see you. How about that?
Well, I'm actually going to be I'm booked a couple of shows in February and March of 2023, and I'm working on putting together a tour on the East Coast right after the New Year that Stevie would be able to tell you more about in the near future. I just don't want to say where. But
you're
no
also
private
booking,
gigs for the rest
you're
of this
also
year.
booking acts. You put the Carpenters into, was it South Carolina?
I did. I put them in Myrtle Beach, South
The
Carolina.
Carpenter Legacy Show with Sally Olsen and Ned Mills?
Yes, it was a great.
You familiar with that show, Lynn?
I've booked them.
You booked them?
Yeah.
Tell us about it a little bit.
I've booked them many times for the Sun Cities here in town.
Yep.
Oh, well, they're very
They're
fun.
great.
They're great. And yeah, they're fabulous. And you did a good job getting them over there.
Well, thank you. They have a great act. It's a great product. And I have to tell you, Miss Lynn, that the First Services books also, they owned the property. They purchased some Del Webb properties, which is Sun City Aliante, where I just did a sold-out show.
Tell us about
there.
shows you're going to be in.
Well, that's the show I wanted to say. I'll be at the Sun City properties in the 2023 year. But I just don't have the dates to tell you exactly right. I don't want to release those dates yet.
Oh, okay, I don't blame you.
But this year, I am done performing live for the public at this time.
You got a New Year's Eve gig. Can you tell us about that?
I did have a New Year's Eve gig.
You did on the phone this afternoon. Did you lose it before you got to work?
No, I actually have something different to do instead.
But
So
you can't tell us.
I can't tell you right now what that is, but I have listeners out there that
Something
I
good though. Something
great. Something great. I promise.
Well, you're doing fantastic things, Stefano. I'm glad you're back on the show right now, because you're way beyond just being an entertainer. You're actually producing and directing and booking and doing all kinds of
Yes,
things.
I'm working on booking the Bronx Wanderers as well.
In South Carolina?
In 4 different states, actually.
That should
And
be a
other
good gig,
national
yeah.
headlining acts. I just can't say who they are or what it is. But besides singing, there's a lot of facets in this business that you have to learn. Take it from Tom Hillary and Steve and Neil also.
I didn't
Neil
know Tom
just
could sing.
draws, but there's a marketing side of Neil Portnoy that he
Well, we're
has
going to
that
talk
side
to
of the
Neil right
business,
now.
so.
Yeah. So Neil, Wham! You had Ashley and Aaron Fuller.
Yeah, they
at the last Wine Art Music Show at your gallery. What's up next?
Well, the next one up is Matt Dorman. Matt Dorman and his lead singer are going to perform the second Tuesday in January. And as you know, it started as a thought that every second Tuesday at Portnoy Gallery we're going to do a wine, art, and music, and we're going to do our 13th show this coming January. Tickets go very fast. It's a great event. Las Vegas.
Is it true that you get more people there than the Awakening over at the...
Yeah, we do, in fact. Listen, we're not...
The show over at the Wynn, where I'm going in just a little bit.
I just bought tickets.
Did you? Yeah.
Well,
you're going to get a good seat, Lynn. There's good sight lines. There's nobody in front of you.
As I always say, if you have not been to Portnoy Gallery, it's unlike any other gallery. It's more than an art gallery. It's more a museum of the 50 years of how my work has been used all over the world. And great things are happening.
And pretty soon they'll be able to go to Caesar's,
the
the forum shops.
Yep, at Park West Galleries.
And see your stuff on
I've
the
signed
wall.
a contract for them to represent the work worldwide. So 2023 is
From
gonna
the
be
contest you won a year and a half ago, you're finally going to get something in there. But,
Well, you know what?
but
They work
better
a little
late than never,
differently.
man.
That's true.
Better late than never. What else is going on down there? You gonna expand anytime soon?
All
or?
I do is draw. You got to talk to my wife
That's all you do
Dorothy.
is
She
draw,
runs
right?
the show. Yeah.
And Stevie,
Yes.
are you familiar with Uniques?
Yes, I am.
This is one of the best. This is one of my favorite Christmas
Yeah, I know
songs.
the guy that produced this record. He owns a winery in California. His
Well,
name
we
is
got
Chris
to
Batch.
do some Christmas music.
Yeah,
This is a little doo-wop here, and this is Merry Christmas, darling, the Uniques.
Your presence, I
like it. I want it. Yes, sir.
Okay, we're on a break. When I come back, Tom, you got something for me?
Good news about the movies.
Okay.
My own movies.
Okay.
What are we doing?
This is the last break, everybody. So I'm going to Tom, and then I'm going back to everybody one more time. And I want you to reiterate everything.
I know
what I was getting at. They don't want to know like crap about that. Who's running what music is shot in the back door and all that. So they want to know what you're saying.
Right.
How you make money. I guess that's interesting.
Hey Stevie.
Yeah.
When somebody pays like a monthly fee like Apple Music,
right?
Every time you stream it, is that like?
When you, streaming is very low. It's like terrestrial airplay. You get about 5 cents per play.
5 cents. Okay.
If you download the song,
like
it's
$1.69,
between $99 and $2.
Okay.
And then a portion of that money goes to the publisher and the copyright holder and the writer, and the rest goes to you. And then there's a maintenance fee for the sites that are on there. Now, DistroKid is a managing service, a brokerage service, so they're going to get their fee. They charge a flat rate for songs, and that money will go to them and also to the publisher and the copyright holder, and you get a percentage of that.
So if I'm streaming the song over and over,
that's 5 cents every time in our pocket, which is
I'll go 8 hours on
a
a
few
song.
thousand times to get a payday commission. So, I mean, yeah, that's how it works. So the more subscribers, as we were talking about, that you have in your base, in your
I know. I was like,
or any of these sites, like YouTube or DistroKid or the other ones, the more the better, because that means.
We got 19 seconds. 19. Stand by, everybody. The last segment.
I know. Yes, well, I'll take it.
There we go.
And we're back on the Las Vegas Rocks Radio Show. I'm your host, Ron Garrett, right here on AM 670 KMZQ. As always, Mr. Tom Hillary, our executive producer, movie maker, and inventor, and Fortune 500 honoree. You have any more titles I can add to that, Tom?
No, that'll do it for today.
Is that it?
I'll come up with a new one for the new year.
For the new, well, the 7th, the next show on the 7th?
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Good. So what's new in the movie business, buddy?
Well, we get some really cool stuff. Remember I was telling you about Looks Can Kill, Murder Stocks, a modeling agency?
The movie you made, yeah.
The movie I made. Apparently people like it because the royalty check went up about tenfold.
Are you surprised? Right. Are you surprised, people?
Well, I'm kind of happy the check goes up tenfold. That's good news.
So it was $1, now it's $10.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Take it for the nose, everybody. That's what you deserve. We do have the trailer made for Honey Trap, Russian espionage thriller, but we don't have it on a platform yet, so I don't want to bring that up too much.
Another Tom Hillary production.
Of course, another Tom Hillary. The good stuff. And remember that Project Solitude, Buried Alive, that I did with a Golden Globe nominee Eric Roberts?
Sure.
We're going to recut that, repackage it, and put out the director's cut in the next couple of weeks.
Did you notice that your star, Eric Roberts, is doing commercials for a law firm here in town? Did you notice that?
I paid the man's got to make a living, right?
Yeah, he's playing a judge in the one of the guys, I forget which one it is, one of the Greek guys, one of the Greek lawyers,
Yeah, that sounds
Demopoulos,
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of money on those spots, these guys. And before that, he had Mario, what's his name, from Lopez, doing the spots.
Well, that's how actors make their money.
What is it, Ring the Bell, or Saved by the Bell song? But
Yeah,
years ago.
that's right.
And also in one of those entertainment shows he was doing as well.
Yeah. So all these movies are perfect holiday fare, as you can tell by the title.
So Eric Roberts is doing commercials for a local lawyer, just so you know.
He's making money that way.
He's probably making more than...
He's making more than we are.
I was going to say, he makes more than you paid him. You know?
Don't tell him. I won't get him for the sequel, man.
He's listening right now. You made more than you paid him. It's true.
That's okay. It was early in his career. You'll understand.
Okay, good. Thanks, Tom. I appreciate it. I really do. And Neil, in your future, what are you thinking about?
I just a belated happy birthday.
Oh yeah, let's do
Tom.
that.
He had his birthday Thursday. Didn't tell anybody. He's got another anniversary of 20 because he stopped having birthdays.
He's 60 years old. Yeah. Hey, I gave him a shout out at the Italian American Club the other night.
Yeah, that was very nice.
You know, where I performed. I got to say 7 or 8 words. Was it good? Tell me I was good.
You were good.
Thank you, good. Because I keep telling you guys how good you are. I don't get nothing back. Maybe there's a reason for that. There could be. It could be. I want to play one more song. This is one of my favorites. And then we're going to come back and chat with Lynn a little bit. And EStefano. This is the Flamingos. This is one of the classics. It's I Only Have Eyes for You.
Oh, yeah.
This is the one I sing in the shower. And the water stops. do you know about that one, Stevie? Were you there when they recorded it? I wouldn't doubt it.
No, I wasn't there. No, I wasn't even thought of yet. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's one of the classics. I love that one.
Yeah, it's a great song. My friend Terry Johnson arranged that. My friend Terry Johnson, who was a flamingo, actually arranged that, and he gets a lot of money in endorsements when it's in a commercial or in a movie.
Lynn, what's up next for you? What's coming in your future, and what are you looking forward to, and what do you think of Vegas these days?
Vegas.
You only got 30 seconds there.
Yeah, Vegas is very different, but actually Encore has me going through their university. And as far as my next step with the company, I hope to be a show producer. And that means going to different places in the country and calling the shows and making sure everything is put together.
And all these guys gave you their card, right?
Of course.
I'm sure they did. Right?
Yeah, we'll be knocking on your door anytime.
Yeah, everybody in the room.
I'm used to that. Remember with Catch a Rising Star, I always said, if you're having a bad day, listen to my voicemail. It was everyone who worked for me or wanted to work for me.
Name some of the ones who worked for you at Catch.
Oh,
the
God.
big stars. They're big stars now. And they're probably half dead by now. But what?
Some of them are dead.
I'm sure.
Yeah, well, even Carrot Top worked for me, and we did.
He's not dead. Who died?
He's
Gallagher.
not dead.
Yeah.
C.D. LeBeau, loved him. He was Sam Kinnison's sidekick. And I came up...
Carl LeBeau.
Yeah, Carl LeBeau.
Yeah, I became good friends with him when he was at Bally's.
And I came up with an idea for Catch a Rising Star as far as a marketing theme of being comedy of historic proportions. So I drug his butt to L.A. into a costume store, and I said, okay, you're going to be Caesar. And now you're going to be, a caveman. And all these different images of comedy of historic proportions. So
I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
You see what they're doing, right?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Phoebe, what's on your agenda in the future?
Well,
like your future is tonight at 6, right? That's your future. That's as far as you think?
No.
Oh, okay.
I do my own thing.
Are you
going to
get a bowl of spaghetti when you get home?
Yeah, probably.
You know, what are you going to eat tonight?
I don't know. I got a lot of work ahead of me. I got like 3 or 4 guys vying for stuff to book them. I just got to roll the dice, and whoever comes up with the best rate, you got them. You understand?
Get a lot of heat when you
Give
get
them
home?
a shot.
What did you say? You get a lot of stuff in what's that?
I got a lot of work to do when I get home. Yeah, my wife ignores me.
She does?
I have always sex. You know what that means.
Always sex, don't say it.
I won't say it.
Don't say
I
it.
won't do it, but you know what it means.
I know.
It starts with hello and it ends very.
Yeah.
No, but in all seriousness.
What do you think you are? Lucy May? You can't talk like that on the radio.
Oh, forget about it. No, I still haven't forgot about that on my own. No, but it's we work in a tough business, Lynn knows, and we hone our craft. We work very hard. I got several people on the fence here, and just give one of our guys a shot. Give EStefano a shot. He deserves it. He's a very talented individual. He sang at Dennis Bono's show the other night. He destroyed them all.
Standing ovation.
EStefano, tell us a little about Dennis. He loved it, didn't he?
Dennis Bono, very nice gentleman to give the opportunity to new artists like myself.
Is that the first time you've been on his show?
No, that's the 4th time this year. Good for you. It's a very good opportunity. Went on and did Italian opera. This time I did a song in Latin, Destes Fideles, to kick off the holiday season, because this Thursday is his holiday show, which I'll be at, but I will not be performing. And I did Tom Jones on the show, and I did some other stuff. So it was a great opportunity to show myself as a multi-dimensional singer, because I don't want to be put in a box as a 50s, 60s doo-wop singer. I want to be able to. I want everyone to know that I can sing all of that. So.
Well, as you know, my motto my whole life has been one moment in time changes everything. I have it on the inside of my arm. In any industry, it's who you know and when you know them. And as long as you're persistent and you stay the course and market yourself, listen, if they can make $1 million marketing a pet rock, I think there's more talent in this room.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Very well said.
It's Christmas time coming up.
And I always say to aspiring talent, be persistent.
Yep.
Keep pursuing your dream. Don't reach out to the decision makers once, twice. Keep at it. Because we'll eventually
persistence and determination.
Oh, yeah, bug them until they
create
don't want to hear it.
It's that one moment. You hit them right.
Well, I can tell you, the Thursday's show was a prime example of, I had the Bronx Wanderers and Vinny Jr. on the show. Kelly Vaughn, Rita Lim, George Bugatti, these guys, some of the most amazing, talented entertainers in the city. And for me to go on that stage when Kelly Vaughn is singing Italian Adagio, amazing voice, I had to step in right behind her and do something that people say, oh, okay, I remember him too. So that's the part of this is the best town to learn and to be a great entertainer in, because it pushes you all the way to the end.
Let's all say Merry Christmas, everybody, except
Merry
you, Neil.
Christmas.
No, Neil, you can't say.
Oh, I can say.
Wish everybody
Merry Christmas and a happy holiday.
Merry Christmas. I appreciate
Wait, hang on, you guys. Let's go. You do your first one.
All right, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody. And Mom, I love you.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas. Blessings to all of you.
Happy Hanukkah, everybody, and yeah, you got to have you're born with it.
Gotta get
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
You know, L'chaim.
That's one of my crap. I'm going to do Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Everybody look forward to a good 2023.
Yes.
There you go.
great.
Thank you, everybody,
Yes.
for watching and listening to the Las Vegas Rocks radio show. We're here every Saturday evening at 5 p.m. on AM 670 KMZQ, except for the next 2 weeks. We're going to take Christmas Eve off and New Year's Eve off, because we're going to all go to Neil's house for a Christmas party, even though he's Jewish. We're going to go,
I have a tree in the house.
you know, and he's going to burn it. It's going to be the burning bush in the backyard of Neil's house. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, EStefano. We appreciate you being on the show, as always. Lynn, thank you so much. Show's still on. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Stevie, thank you very much.
Well, thank you. I
for
appreciate it
appearing.
very
Merry
much.
Christmas to everybody. Neil, thank you again. We appreciate it. And Tom, thank you for being here. We'll be back in 2 weeks on the, what is it, the 7th of January. And I love being here. I've been here 50 years in Las Vegas. I grew up with the mob, switched to the corporations, and I want to go back to the mob. That's what we all want to do. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on January the 7th. 2 great shows, encore shows coming up next week. And the week after, the mob show with the Rat Pack and, what's her name? Paula Roth. And good night.
Good night, everyone.
We're off.
I don't have questions.
I can't go over. There's no shooting on you.
That's what I thought.
So I didn't go.
No, I know you.
He was just giving me the cue, so I wouldn't. Same problem. Thank you, everybody, for watching. It was a great show. Happy Hanukkah, Neil, from my cousin Diane. She's out there.
She's on the East Coast.
Oops, Neil, she said that again. Happy Hanukkah. Thanks, everybody, for watching and listening. I'm on my way to see David Foster tonight. Thank you. Bye-bye.
COVID-19 tests. Each household can order 4 free at-home tests, which will be mailed